Colleges and universities all across Kentucky, the nation, and the world have had their hands full trying to keep the spread of COVID-19 cases under control. Now, as the University of Kentucky enters the final 2 weeks of classes this fall, Evening Edition's Conroy DeLuche got the chance to speak with those behind the coronavirus response for their thoughts on this unusual semester.
Shortly before UK students were sent home for the spring semester as COVID-19 spread, Courtney Wheeler was elected the Student Government Association's president. She was inaugurated over Zoom, which is how we spoke today. Wheeler says even in the uncertain beginning of the pandemic, the goal was to return to campus in the fall.
For us, returning meant a lot to me. Returning to a place that students could call home, that they felt supported, that they had the resources and the needs that they would need during their time here at the university.
And in August, students did return. The move-in process was different, spread out over several days. Masks were required and social distancing protocols were put in place. Everyone returning was required to take one COVID-19 test. There were 2 dorms set up for those living on campus that did need to isolate, with the highest filled capacity up to 44% back on September 2nd.
Never got to the point where, there were times where, it kept some of us up at night, but it never got to the point where we felt we were overwhelmed.
At last check, capacity is at 15%, with 25 students on campus currently in isolation. Since August, close to 2,000 students have tested positive. While most have recovered, according to the UK COVID-19 dashboard, 293 cases are active. There was a risk in coming back, but Wheeler, faculty members we spoke to, along with President CAPILOUTO, believe the university has managed the pandemic well with a proactive approach, one that started with a plan and also buy-in from the students.
I am just grateful for our student body for being responsible to themselves as well as to the community and allowing for us to get to the end of the semester.
With only 2 weeks remaining before students go home for the winter, cases are starting to tick back up on campus. It has been a hard semester, but Dr. CAPILOUTO is hopeful students will keep their guards up and return home safely.
I want our students to look back at this unprecedented time in history and to be able to look at themselves and tell their children and their grandchildren, I did my part at a difficult time in our country's history.
In Lexington, Conroy DeLuche, LEX 18 News.